there, welcome to YogaPad and welcome to your 45-minute sequence for this month. Before we get started, you'll need just a couple of things. Grab yourself a blanket or two, or a couple of towels, and a block or two. Or if you don't have blocks at home, a stack of books will be just fine, particularly if you know you've got tight hamstrings. So let's get started. Take a comfortable seat on the mat. Comfortable for you might be sitting directly on the mat. If you find that a little challenging, take your stack of blankets or towels and sit up a little bit. Or if you feel that your back needs a bit of support, take yourself over to a wall and lean your back against the wall. So just find your comfortable spot. Take your hands onto the thighs, or you can slide them down to the knees. Take your gaze downward. Just get a sense of softness in the eyes. And with that sense of softness, just take the eyelids closed. And just welcome yourself to your mat, to your yoga practice for today. So in today's practice, we're going to work with the idea of creating space and creating time. So you've already done a great job by creating some time just to be here. You've unrolled your mat, ready for your practice today. So we're going to create some openness through the body, through the breath, and start to transfer that openness into the mind. So as you sit comfortably on the mat, just start to feel your feet and your bottom in contact with the mat or your blankets. Start to feel where your pelvis is sitting and start to take your mind's eye down into your seat and just getting a sense of space in the whole pelvis. From that sense of space, take your mind's eye to the spine and start to trace a line up and down the spine, getting a sense of your posture as you sit on the mat. Becoming aware of your breath now. Start to deepen the breath just a little bit. And as you do, start to breathe a little bit of extra space into your spine and particularly to the spaces between each of the backbones. Just noticing how that immediately starts to stretch and lengthen the spine. Taking your mind's eye even further upward to the base of the neck and up to the head, getting a sense of your head sitting upon the shoulders, not jutting forward too much, nor sitting back, getting a sense whether it's tilting to one side or the other, and finding a nice balanced posture with the head. Getting a sense of space inside the head. And again, just becoming aware of your breath, taking a few deeper breaths and transferring the deeper breaths into the spaciousness of the mind, of the head. Bringing your awareness to your chest, together with a deepened breath, feeling the top of the chest rise as you breathe in and softly relax as you breathe out. Taking your mind's eye to the rib cage. Over the next few breaths, as you inhale, really feel the front ribs expand, the side ribs expand, the back ribs expand, and the top of the chest expand. And as you exhale, just softly melting the top of the chest, the back ribs, side ribs, front ribs. So nice breath in, expanding. And exhale, releasing. Inhale, expand the ribs. And exhale, just letting everything soften. Keep going like that. A couple more breaths on your own. And now taking your awareness down to your belly, visualizing where your belly button sits, and just imagining a point about 1 inch behind the belly button. Draw that back towards the spine and slightly up. So just getting a little bit of tone and energy around the belly. See if you can keep that little sense of stability around the belly as you continue to expand through the rib cage, through the chest, through the head, keeping that spine nice and long with your breath, feeling the spaciousness through the pelvis with your breath. Taking 3 more breaths right here. And when you finish 3 breaths, keeping the eyes closed, just release the hands and start creeping them out in front of you. So you're just changing the direction of the spine, but keeping the awareness of the breath still intact. Keeping some awareness around the belly, drawing that lightly in, and keeping some awareness around the rib cage. Keep expanding through there, keep expanding through the head, and keep that spacious feeling through the pelvis. Walking the hands up. Gently blinking the eyes open, and let's get ready to move, taking yourself off the blankets if you're on them, and coming onto all fours, taking the palms underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, lengthen the feet out behind you, and we'll start to warm up the spine, creating some extra space with movement through the spine. So inhale, lift the chest, and then exhale, roll the pelvis under and really expand through the back of the spine. Inhale, lift the chest, stick the bottom up high. And then exhale, roll the pelvis under and arch through the whole back. Inhale, lengthen the front body. And then exhale, gently draw the lower belly up towards the spine as you arch. Inhale. And then exhale here and stay here. Inhale, breathe deeply across the back of the shoulders. And then exhale, draw the lower belly in. Inhale, creating space through the shoulders. And exhale, toning the belly. Inhale, looking up and stay here. And exhale, soften the shoulders down the back. Inhale, lengthen the chest forward and up. And exhale, soften the shoulders. Inhale to a neutral spine, and then exhale, tuck the toes under, and just bring yourself back for a downward dog. First one of the practice, so just start to pedal your feet one at a time, and just welcome your legs, welcome your hamstrings to the practice for the day. Just see how you feel today. When you're ready, you can start to stabilize downward dog, so taking the heels down towards the floor. Really stretch through the hands. Hands should be a nice star shape, so really spread the fingers and really anchor down through the index finger knuckle. As much as you are anchoring down through the hands, lifting energy up through the arms all the way to the shoulders, and then exhaling your chest towards your thighs, drawing the lower belly towards the spine. Inhale here, and then exhale, soften through the shoulders. Inhale deeply, and exhale. Inhale, bring yourself forward to plank, Send the crown of the head forward. And then exhale, lift the pelvis high, back into downward dog. Inhale, crown of the head forward, heels back behind you. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, crown of the head one way, heels the other way. Draw the lower belly up. Use the lower belly to lift you up and over. One more like this. Inhale, crown of the head, heels, belly. And then exhale. Inhale to start to walk your feet towards your hands. You can take blocks here if you are feeling tight through the hamstrings, or you can take the ankles or place the hands onto the floor, your choice. Inhale here, lift and lengthen the chest. And then exhale, folding forward. Straight or bent legs. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the gaze slightly. And then exhale, melting forward. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, straight or bent legs, halfway up, hands on hips. And then exhale, standing strong into the legs and coming up to stand. Very nice. So we'll work through some sun salutes and some standing postures, and we'll get really warm and get our whole body open. So standing in Tadasana, rolling the shoulders back, sending the fingers down, turning the palms out. Inhale, looking up towards the fingertips. And then exhale, folding forward, straight or bent legs, looking inward. Inhale, lifting the chest, looking forward. And then exhale, stepping back to plank. Inhale, the crown of the head forward, heels back. And then exhale, the knees onto the floor. Inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, bend the elbows and lower the chest down to the floor. Lengthen your legs behind you. Put some energy into the tops of the feet. Hands again, nice big spread fingers. Push down through the feet, push down through the hands. Inhale, lift the chest a little bit. And then exhale, melting the chest forward. Inhale, push through the hands as you look up. And then exhale, melting forward. Inhale, push through the feet and the hands as you look up. And then exhale. Inhale, hands, feet, shoulders slide down the back. And then exhale. Inhale, push through the hands, through the knees, tuck the toes under. Send the hips high. And exhale, soften into downward dog. Inhale, your right knee towards your chest. Bring the weight forward over your wrists, look forward. And then exhale, back into downward dog. Inhale your knee forward, lift the lower belly. And then exhale, back into downward dog. Inhale, lift the knee, lift the belly, lift the heel towards your bottom. And exhale. One more like that. Inhale, lift the belly, lift the heel, lift the chest. Exhale. And this time we're going to use all that action to step all the way forward. Lift, 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 and plonk your foot between your thumbs. And of course, if it didn't make it, you just have to wriggle your foot forward. Okay, so coming onto fingertips. Looking up, lift the chest, extend back through the left heel. And exhale, soften here. Inhale. And exhale, soften. Grab a blanket or a towel and pop it under your left knee. So inhale here, and then exhale, stepping your hands up onto the right knee. And you should automatically get a little bit of a stretch through the front of the left leg. So feel you might want to wriggle your foot back a touch to lessen the stretch here, or you can keep the foot exactly where it was. Taking some blocks if you want a little bit more stability, or taking your hands onto your hips, taking the right hand onto the belly, the left hand onto the lower back here, just getting some stability through the hips. So just for a little bit of playing around with the pelvis here, just stick your bum out, exaggerate a little bit, then send the pelvis forward, exaggerate, And then just soften and find a nice neutral spot in between here. With that neutral spot, just lengthen your tailbone down, creating space in the lower back, and draw the lower belly in and slightly up. Stability here, stability here. Taking the hands onto the hips, inhale, and then exhale, lengthening the tailbone as you lunge and soften through the front of the groins. Inhale, and exhale, soften. Option, you can keep your hands here, or if you want to go further, take the hands up, and then exhale, soften here. Inhale, reach the fingertips high, and exhale, soften through the groin. Inhale, reach, and then exhale, soften the shoulder blades. Inhale, reach one more time, and then exhale, taking the hands down, taking your left hand onto the mat alongside the foot, taking the right hand onto the lower back, lengthen the spine forward, and then exhale, turn the chest towards the right hand side. Inhale here deeply, and then exhale, just lengthening down through the front leg. Inhale, and exhale, spin the belly button and the chest around up towards the roof. Option here, if you want to take the top hand up, inhale, reach the fingertips, and then exhale, spin the chest. Inhale, smooth breath, and exhale, easy breath out. Inhale one more time, and then exhale. Bring the hand down, taking the blocks again for a nice hamstring stretch, so sitting back on the leg. So your choice with the leg here, you can either bend the knee and flex the foot, or you can straighten the leg and take the foot down onto the mat. Or if you're feeling okay through the hamstrings, you can have a straight leg and a flex foot. That's actually probably the most stretchy option. So wherever you want to work today, inhale, lift and lengthen the spine, creating space through the whole spine, and exhale, melting forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and then exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and then exhale, folding forward. You can have hands on the blocks, hands on the mat. Take 3 or 4 nice long deep breaths here on your own. If your foot is flexed, flex it back a little bit more, really get into that hamstring. And then when you're ready, placing the foot onto the floor, placing the bricks to the side, and stepping back into downward dog. So your choice here, you can either hold downward dog here for a few breaths, or if you want a little break, come high onto the toes, take the knees wide, big toes together, and sit back onto your heels. You can bring the hands in if you want to rest. So just enjoy 5 nice long deep breaths here, really creating space again. So breathing space into the pelvis, breathing length into the spine, breathing space into your head, breathing extra space around the rib cage. And then when you're ready, coming up for the other side. Coming back into downward dog. Getting the mat ready for your opposite knee. Inhaling your left knee towards the chest. And then exhale back into downward dog. Inhale, lift the knee, lift the belly. And then exhale back into downward dog. Inhale, lift the knee, lift the belly, lift the heel. And exhale. Inhale, lift everything up, including the chest and behind the shoulder blades. And exhale. And this time, using all of that lift to lift you up and swing the leg forward, plonk between your thumbs. So coming up, drop the back knee onto the mat. You can take the bricks here if you want some stability with the bricks to lunge forward, or step with the hands onto the knee. And again, taking one hand onto your lower back, one hand onto the lower belly, push the bottom out, exaggerate, send the hips forward, exaggerate, then find a nice balance spot in between. Just feel those two areas working together. Tailbone lengthens, lower belly strengthens, and that way they can work together. So either taking the hands on the waist, inhale here, and then exhale, lunging forward. If you feel comfortable, you can take the arms up, inhale, reaching, and then exhale, melting down through the legs, through the pelvis. Inhale, reach, and then exhale, softening through the shoulder blades. Inhale, long through the whole side of the waist, all the way up the arms, and exhale. Inhale, and then exhale, release the hands, taking the right hand onto the mat for a twist, taking the left hand onto the sacrum, so inhale the chest forward, and then exhale, turning around towards the left. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lengthen the crown of the head, and then exhale, really soften down through the hips, through the pelvis. Option, inhale, take the top hand up, and then exhale, spin the belly button, spin the chest upward. Inhale, reaching, and exhale, turning. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale one more time, and then exhale. Bring the hand down, taking the blocks. Again, your choice of your front leg. You can have a bent leg and a flexed foot. You can have a straight leg and the foot down, or you can have a straight leg and the foot flexed. So taking the bricks either side, or you can place your hands on the mat if you feel comfortable with that. So inhale, lift and lengthen here, the whole front body, and then exhale, draw the lower belly in as you soften and melt down. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and then exhale, soften down. Inhale, and then exhale and stay here. So just settle into your own breath. Keep a nice rhythmic breath happening. And as you really settle into your breath, breathing space around the pelvis, breathing length through the spine, breathing some extra space through the head, just letting everything melt, including the brain, if you can even imagine your brain softening here. When you're ready, coming up, taking the bricks to the side, lifting the back knee, just moving your blanket or towel to the side and stepping back into downward dog here. Nice long deep breaths. Inhale deeply, and then exhale, really spread through the fingers and press lots of energy down through the palms, the length of the fingers, the tips of the fingers. Inhale, fill up with breath. And exhale, breathe down the back of the legs and the heels towards the mat. Inhale, feel the pelvis lifting upward. And exhale, feel the chest melting towards the thighs. Inhale, coming onto your toes. And then exhaling, stepping, or if you want to jump, you can jump your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And then exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen, straight or bent legs. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale. And then exhale. Inhale, coming halfway up, hands on hips. And then exhale, really step strongly through the feet as you come to stand. Very nice. So hopefully feeling nice and warm now. Let's do a little bit of balance, because we all need a bit of balance in our lives. So just coming onto looking down towards your feet, lifting the toes, spreading the toes apart, and really anchoring down across the top of the foot. So lots of broadness across the foot. So just lifting the right heel off the floor. Just immediately feel how that changes your balance. Really anchor down through the big toe knuckle of the left foot. And as you just stand here, imagine zippering up through the left inner thigh. Linking that zipper up feeling with the lower belly. Lifting the right knee, taking the hand around the right knee, lifting it up an inch, and then exhale, really anchor down through that left big toe. Inhale, feel length through the left leg, and then exhale, draw the lower belly in towards the spine. Inhale, lift the knee, and then exhale, soften the shoulders. Either stay here or option to take the leg out to the side. Inhale, lift it up an inch, and then exhale, take the knee out towards the side. Inhale, lift it up an inch, and then exhale, close it. Inhale, up an inch, and then exhale, taking it out to the side. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, close. One more time for good luck. Inhale, and then exhale. Inhale, and then exhale, close it. Release the hands, lift the knee up a little bit, and then exhale, very softly take that foot to the floor. I almost fell over, but I caught myself. Phew. Okay, let's take the other side. Lifting the left heel off the floor, really anchoring this time down through the right big toe knuckle, zippering up through the inner right leg and linking that feeling to the lower belly. So really drawing in, that's your balance and your strength right here. So inhale, and then exhale, really strong through that right leg. Inhale the left knee up, catch the knee, draw it up, and then exhale, really anchor down through the right foot. Inhale, lift and lengthen through the sides of the waist, and exhale, soften the shoulder blades. Inhale, lift the knee, and exhale. Inhale, if you want to come out to the side. Exhale, open it out to the side. Inhale, lift it up an inch, and then exhale, bring it in. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, take it out to the side. Inhale, lift, and then exhale. And we have to do it one more time. Inhale. Exhale, out to the side. Inhale, lift an inch, and then exhale. Inhale one more time here, release the hand, and then very softly take your foot back towards your mat. Phew, you did it. Very nice. So rolling the shoulders back, releasing the hands, taking yourself down onto the mat for a gentle back bending sequence and a chest opening sequence. So taking the feet hip width apart, making sure the feet are pointing directly forward, lying down onto your back. So we'll start with just the arms, and then we'll join the hips in a moment. So walk your heels back towards your bottom, just as close as you can get. Lift the arms up as you inhale, and then exhale, take the arms down alongside your hips. Inhale, lift the arms up, and then exhale, take the arms down. One more like that, inhale, and exhale, floating the arms down towards the hips. This time hips rise up, arms come up as they just did, and then exhale, arms and hips lightly melt towards the floor. Inhale, hips and arms, and then exhale. One more like that, inhale, hips and arms, and then exhale. This time inhaling the hips and arms up, and then exhaling just the arms down. Leave the hips where they are, interlace the fingers, rock one shoulder underneath you, one at a time. Bring the shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift the pelvis high, and then exhale, send the chest a little bit closer towards your chin. Inhale, lift the pelvis, and then exhale, really anchor down evenly through both feet. Inhale, lift, and exhale, strong through the legs, strong through the feet. Inhale one more time, and then exhale, release one shoulder at a time, release the hands, and very softly melting down through the back. Very nice. Bringing the knees up towards the chest, giving yourself a little hug, rocking side to side. And then placing your hands behind the knees, get a little bit of momentum through the back. It's kind of fun, if anything. And rock yourself up. You did it. Okay, it's just some seated forward bend and twist to finish. So lengthen the right leg along the mat. Draw your left foot in towards your inner thigh. Again, you may sit on your little stack of blankets or towels, depending on how you feel. So how do you know whether you need to sit on a blanket or towel? If you sit here and you feel like you can't really get an upright position with your lower back, you may need a little bit of help with the blanket. If you can happily sit upright, then you're good on the floor. So your choice. I'll come up onto the blanket. So sitting here, you're at a bit of an angle here. Inhale the arms up, and then exhale, turn the belly button and the middle of the chest over your front leg. Flex the foot of the front leg, and then exhale, melting forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen the side of your waists, and then exhale. Inhale, and then exhale, fold forward and stay here, so you can take the hands onto the floor, onto the shin. You can take your head any distance away from your shin. Just find a nice, comfortable spot here as you inhale. Exhale, really anchor down that left hip. It may want to lift up. Inhale, really feel the back ribs expanding. And exhale, feel the front body softening. Inhale. And then exhale. One more time here, inhale. And then exhale, softening down. Taking the arms up overhead, inhale. And then exhale, taking your right hand to your left knee and taking your left fingertips behind you, making sure the right toe remains flexed. It may want to just fall in, so tell it no that way. Toe pointing up, knee pointing up, hand on the left knee. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. And then exhale, just start to take your little twist, originating really around the bottom of the back ribs. Inhale, length through the lower spine. And then exhale, just breathing your belly button around to the wall behind you. Inhale, length between the shoulder blades. And exhale, take your chest around a little bit more. Inhale, length through the back of the neck. And then exhale, the chin, just looking around a touch more. Inhale, a nice spiral all the way up the spine. And then exhale, starting with the chin, release, chin, chest, belly button. You've returned. Okay, so taking the other side, blanket or no blanket, your choice. Taking the left foot in, sliding the right foot in, sliding the left foot in out a bit. So this time you're diagonally the opposite way. So inhale, lift and lengthen the waist, reach the hands up high, and then exhale your belly button and chest towards your left toes. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, melting forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and then exhale, draw the lower belly in as you soften forward. Inhale, reaching, and then exhale, folding forward. So wherever you go, where you can enjoy a few breaths, either on the fingertips, hands, or you can melt as far down as your body allows you to. Remember, this is your body, your practice. You're creating your own space here. So enjoying a few breaths, inhale, and then exhale, really anchor down through the right hip onto the floor. Inhale, feel the whole back ribs. And then exhale, soften the chest forward. Inhale, length through the spine. And then exhale, melting. Inhale. And then exhale. Inhale, reaching the hands tall. And then exhale, taking a twist to the other side. Left fingertips on right knee. Right fingertips, just place them down on the floor behind you. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine, and then exhale, make sure you're flexing the toes of the left foot and anchoring down through the left hip. Inhale, lengthen through the lower back, And then exhale, belly button moves around to the wall behind you. Inhale, length between the shoulder blades. And then exhale, the middle of the chest around. Inhale, length through the back of the neck. And then exhale, the chin just looking over a little bit more. Inhale, spiraling all the way up the back. And then exhale, starting with the chin, the chest, the belly button, all returning to the front. Lengthening the leg out, just rocking side to side. One more forward bend. So again, sitting up on a blanket or not, your choice. Bent legs or straight legs, your choice. Inhaling, flexing the feet, and then exhaling, melting forward. Inhale, lengthen, straight legs or bent legs, and then exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, melt. Hold here, just in your own time, silently taking 3 deep breaths. And when you're ready to come up, just walking the hands back. And good news, you're done. So you get to lie down for Shavasana. So taking yourself to lie down, taking the feet a bit wider than your hips or as wide as your mat, lying down onto the back, taking the palms to face the roof. Just really feeling the backs of your legs melting into the floor. Feel the pelvis melting downward. Just, you can wriggle the shoulders around, get some broadness across the shoulders, feeling the shoulders melt. Feeling the back of the head melting into the mat. And closing the eyes here, just for a few minutes of your day, just to enjoy the benefits of moving and breathing together. So just remaining on the floor. I've got a beautiful poem to read you. So just melting into the mat and enjoying. Just for now, without asking how, let yourself sink into stillness. Just for now, lay down the weight you so patiently bear upon your shoulders. Feel the earth receive you, and the infinite expanse of the sky grow even wider as your awareness reaches up to meet it. Just for now, allow a wave of breath to enliven your experience. Breathe out whatever blocks you from the truth. Just for now, be boundless, free, with awakened energy tingling in your hands and feet. Drink in the possibility of being who and what you really are, so fully alive that the world looks different, newly born and vibrant. Just for now. So remaining in Shavasana for another minute. Just when you're ready, taking a deeper breath. Start to circle your wrists and your ankles in preparation for moving. Just bring the heels up, rolling over to the right-hand side. And then when you're ready, coming to sit, just for a last little moment. Taking the hands to the heart, just bowing the chin slightly, closing the eyes. And just acknowledging yourself for creating the space and the time for yourself today, for your practice. And just feeling that beautiful sensation through the body, having moved and breathed. And may you take that sense of openness out into the rest of your day. Namaste. And thank you from me.